Right, so you see my headline there, up by exclamation mark, because that is what happened 4 days ago.
So,
Everybody was talking about that. Everybody.
That exclamation mark could mean not. TikTok is not going to be banned.
Yes, that is one way to put it. I agree with you in computer terms.
Yeah.
Not equal to, yeah. TikTok not equal to ban. Yes, no one men doing coding and thing, because exclamation mark is a joke, Right. So, the bill passed Wednesday by the House requiring TikTok owner ByteDance to sell or face a U.S. ban is most existential threat. This is according to TheGuardian.com. The House of Representatives passed a bill on Wednesday that would require TikTok owner ByteDance to sell the social media platform or face a total ban in the United States. The legislation now moves to the Senate, where its likelihood of passing is uncertain. But with landslide support of the House, 352 Congress members voted in favor of the bill and only 65 against. It's clear that TikTok is facing the biggest existential threat in the U.S. And then the article goes into different things, right? So we'll go through the article piece by piece. But hot take of it, how you felt when you heard the news about it?
I mean, I would have probably felt differently a year or two ago, when I was heavily involved in TikTok. But now, to be honest, I really don't use TikTok that much, But like, if I put that hat back on, being in the mix and thing, I mean, yeah, it would have been like for us in Trinidad. I'm not sure it wouldn't be banned for us. It's just.
Well, we'll talk about the Caribbean just now. We'll talk about the Caribbean.
Yeah,
well, my view of it was coming, and I want to know what did they see for 300 of them, or almost 300 of them, to vote in favor of it, both Democrats and Republicans.
So when they talk about hot takes, right? I'm not sure if you saw the clip of Ted Cruz, talking about the more or less the reasons why, right? And one of his, when he was speaking, he was saying that, TikTok, the Chinese TikTok app, the app that's available to the kids in China, they see different types of content, it's more educational and stuff like that, educational, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was going on about, why they have this app and this is what they show to their children, but yet in the US, the TikTok app that's available to them promotes videos on self-harm, and he also went and said something else, that the videos promote Israel propaganda. And it was like, okay, that's what high up on your list of.
No, you believe that I think we spoke about this sometime already, yeah? You believe that the Chinese version has a different algorithm to the rest of the world version?
Yeah. And I think I saw it. Another thing is called TikTok. It's called something else. But yeah, they get different content. I mean, it's China. They would, filter the type of content. And I think it has time limits for different age groups and stuff like that, So my
was the name of TikTok in China?
It has it could.
Keep talking.
But like I was gonna say, next hot take is like, the fact that he said that certain thing about propaganda, and next thing could be that, all the other social media platforms, like the big ones, like Facebook.
Douyin, is it Douyin is the name?
Yeah, Douyin, yeah. That name sounds familiar, yeah. All the other big platforms, Google, Apple, Facebook, or Meta, right? They are mostly US based. And let's say you have a 3-letter agency that, want a particular narrative, or if they want something not to be pushed, or if they have a certain directive and they went to these platforms and, they gave a certain, like say during some type of event or some political event or whatever, this certain narrative real harmful, you should probably look at tuning stuff back, you know, like so even if the whole stuff with Israel and Palestine or whatever, I mean the mainstream news medias, you know, they have a certain narrative or whatever, but on TikTok they don't have no type of control. And TikTok, for me, at least from what I see online, you know, the influencers and the people in the US are talking out against it. You know, TikTok is a platform where they come and they're able to see not just opinions from one side or from the US, but they're exposed to opinions and different worldviews from, you know, people all over the world, not just the US or China, but you see stuff from the Caribbean, you see from Africa, Europe, you know, so it's kind of unfiltered in a sense.
All right. Okay. So now that I have, I believe that, okay, the version of TikTok that is in the Chinese government, okay, cool. They do have a different TikTok. I ain't gonna fight that. So they control what they see. And the US version now, there is no control over what is seen. So technically the US version just showing what people want to see.
Yeah, and it don't have any filter. And that in itself could be a problem. You know? Because it's like, for me, like it or not, certain platforms, it are certain things you really cannot get away with showing, you know. You could post it, but your traffic might get shuttled. It are certain things or topics that, you know, kind of taboo. But on TikTok, it are certain things that would come up on your For You page that would not come up on Instagram or on YouTube. I'll put it that way.
Okay, I agree with you. I accept. So then they justified. America, the US is justified that they are exposing themselves to a possible threat because it is possible to control it, but you purposefully don't control it with the rest of the world.
Yeah, but that's a form of control in itself. If you're trying to control what people could see, you're trying to kind of form an opinion based on what you want them to see or you don't want them to see. Instead of, it's like information, right? You have information or free will, you know, in terms of knowing what is good and what is bad. You know, expose people to the two and you have to make an informed decision. So the US, say this ban is like, they only want people to see things that paint in the US in a good light. And that is all they want them to see. And TikTok kind of showing the good and the bad and leaving people themselves to make their own decision, you know. So,
but they ain't doing that in China. In China, they show the people the good only. So,
yeah, well, China is our communist country. So,
well, what I saying is, I am arguing for the US, saying you can't filter in one place and not filter in another place. If you're going and let the app run wild, then let it run wild in your country too. I think that should be our option. Like, to tell them, okay, here's option number 1. You sell it to somebody in the US. Option number 2 is, okay, you could let the app run, you know, but you see the Daijin one or the Dujin one or whatever it is, that is in your country, let that one run the same way to release the algorithm to us and let it run like that. Or we ban you. That would like make more sense.
So you're in favor of censorship then?
No, I am in favor of not censoring it. So that means in China, do the same, let it run wild as it is running for the rest of the world. Let the Chinese people see the good and the bad and let them choose what they want to watch.
Well, they could if they use our VPN.
Well, VPNs in China, you'll find somebody by your door knocking on it after. That's kind of right. But with that piece of information, right? That there is censorship in China, and there is no censorship for the rest of the world. then yeah, ByteDance is unfair. They are being sort of malicious in the way that they care about this.
Is the Douyin app also owned by ByteDance?
Yes. I'm watching the Wikipedia page right now.
Well, they could argue that, it's two different apps. One is TikTok, one is Douyin.
They could.
Just TikTok. I don't think the TikTok app available in China though.
But
is it?
But no. Its mainland counterpart is Douyin. So it just means that one company has two apps that do the exact same thing, but they're not the same. That ain't flying anywhere. I don't think so. Well then China shoot themselves in the foot. If they said, listen, yeah, we have TikTok by us, and the exact same way it runs by you, it runs by us also. It just so happens that our population likes to watch educational things, because that's why I thought it was, That's why I was defending this to the and they want to say the US wrong and everything. But technically the US not wrong, because it's like you have a child, and your child when they home by you telling them don't smoke weed and don't do drugs and all kind of thing. And then you are the principal of a school, and you're like, yeah, or they could do all they want inside the school, because you all are free thinkers and whatnot. But when you home, you telling your child, no. We don't subscribe to what those people do.
I think the US are hypocrites, because they want to come down on this. But how much trade deals is do with China? How much outsourcing our raw materials and labor does do to China? If you want to treat China like this, why don't cut everything else off?
Have you ever tried to order something online using a Visa debit card, but you can't? Is shopping online something you always do already using a Skybox, but sometimes you need advice on knowing what to buy or what will work? I'm Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT, and we aim to make technologies that solve problems in a Caribbean context. So we created Order It. What is it, you ask? What is Order It? It's an app and a website that helps you order it in two ways. The first way is if you already order things online. You're familiar with using a Skybox, you're familiar with using a credit card, but sometimes you don't always have answers to certain questions, like which laptops will get a warranty in Trinidad, which phones will work on the Digicel network or the mobile network. So our app helps you order it. Every product that we list in the app, we will let you know the truth based on the experience of 20 years of ordering things online and using various Skyboxes in Trinidad and Tobago. So here are some of the questions that the app answers for you based on the products that we list. What are the taxes? Why does it cost so much when I actually get it? What is dimensional weight? All these questions and more we answer in the app, because we want to help you order it. All you have to do is simply pick from our list of recommended items that we know and trust because we've ordered it already. Follow through the payment process. We'll order it, and we can even have it delivered to you. So why don't you give it a try? Search for Order It by makeITsimpleTT in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can even go online to orderit.makeITsimpleTT.com and check and see if we could answer some of your questions and help you in the process of ordering